The statements Oshun and Eshu made kept Olamide half thinking and mumbling through the calls he picked at work. Two doors, passion, regret. He googled passion all morning, and the definition he got, a strong and barely controllable emotion, didn't help him figure out this riddle. At some point, he thought the gods could be referring to physical doors, like the two-door cupboard at work. So, on that day, it took 5 minutes longer than usual to get some printer paper from the office two-door cupboard. He rubbed his forehead, wondering if the horoscope was just some vex money nonsense. Maybe it meant nothing. His thoughts were interrupted during lunch when he went to Iya Basira's canteen to get some jollof rice. Then, a woman's laugh outside Iya Basira's shop stopped him in his tracks. It was the kind of laugh that made his brain short-circuit. Immediately, he wanted to buy what she might be selling. She was on the phone, and Olamide, trying to make his move, fastened his space so he could stand right behind her. He adjusted his shirt to look presentable. When she ended the call, his mind went blank. Should he greet her? Was it too soon to make a joke? Before he could decide, she turned to him. Eyebrow raised, and Olamide realized he was leaning too close. He smiled, trying his best. I'm not just a guy who will make you regret this charm on full display. Hey, I hope I'm not interrupting your lunch plans, he blurted. She laughed again, a sound that seemed to melt every trace of worry from his body. You are not interrupting anything, yet. Yet? He was in. He leaned in, playing it cool but feeling. I couldn't help but noticing you look like someone who knows good food to be here. A real lunch connoisseur. She raised an eyebrow. Olamide could practically hear her thinking, is this guy for real? But then her lips curled into that smile again. Adaora answered him saying, a lunch connoisseur? Huh? Is that what we are calling people who buy food every day? He responded to her, exactly. You and I, we are basically food scholars. So, how about you let me buy you lunch and we continue our scholarly conversation? You buy me lunch and I'll think about it. But I warn you, my standards are high. High? Good. I'm known for meeting high standards. I can handle it. She teased him, calling him a food scholar, and he offered to buy her lunch. And she agreed, after warning him that he better meet her standards in food. Lunch went off without a hitch. He brought her jollof rice and grilled chicken, and they exchanged stories. Olamide even went on about the history of jollof rice like it was an ancient treasure. At some point, Olamide slipped in the question, so, what about you? What's a beautiful woman like you doing ordering street food? They exchanged numbers, and she warned him, don't make me regret this. I will be expecting a good conversation, Olamide. Suddenly, a sleek black car rolled up, and Adaora slid inside. Olamide's jaw dropped. She wasn't just beautiful, but she was that rich. Olamide was still thinking about this when he got to the office car park. He got the biggest shock of his life. Adaora was there, shaking hands with Mrs. Ajayi, his boss. Mrs. Ajayi, the woman whose favorite words were always, I need it done, now, now, now. Do I look like I have time for you, Olamide? Was smiling, grinning as she shook Adaora's hand. Olamide was unsure about the relationship between the women. However, he was sure of one thing. This was the two-door situation the gods had warned him about. But what door had he chosen?